Today I'm going to make one of my favorite dishes, ground beef and potato casserole. It's so comforting, I love it. I'll be prepping 3 large potatoes, or 2.5 pounds, 4 large garlic cloves, and half of a sweet onion because I don't have yellow onion. If you have yellow onion, use a medium one. I cut the potatoes into 1/4 inch slices. I try to get all of the slices about the same size so they'll cook better. I added 2 quarts of water to my large saucepan. I'm going to add my potatoes next. The water's cold. I seasoned the potato water with 2 tablespoons of tomato bouillon with chicken flavor and 1 tablespoon of salt. If you don't want to use the tomato bouillon, use only salt instead. I mix it, separating the potato slices. I turn the heat up to high, cover, and let it come to a boil. Now that the water is boiling, I'm going to let the potatoes cook for 3 minutes. It has been 3 minutes, so I'm going to drain the potatoes. Just put a little cold water on it so they don't keep cooking, but you don't really have to rinse all the flavor off of them. I have a little over 1 pound of lean ground beef here in my cold pan. I'm going to spread it out a little bit, break it up, turn on the heat to medium, and brown it. It has been frying for a while. I'm going to flip it over and fry the other side. Flip it over the best you can because that brown right there is flavor. Break it up. I broke up the beef really good. I'm going to add the chopped onion. And I'm also going to add the garlic cloves that I grated and stir. The smell is so good already. I'm going to continue cooking it until the onion and garlic are fried too. Now I'm going to season the meat. Here I have 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of Montreal steak seasoning, 1 teaspoon of garlic salt, and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. And stir. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And stir. If you don't have Worcestershire sauce, you may replace it with soy sauce or even dark soy sauce, or you may omit it. But the Worcestershire sauce flavors it so well. Now I'm going to open up a space in the center of the pan and add 4 tablespoons of butter and let it melt. Now that the butter is melted, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and stir in with the butter. Make a little roux in the center of the pan. I'm just going to slowly add 3 cups of salted beef broth. Slowly incorporate the roux to the beef. A little more. 1 cup at a time. Add another cup of the beef broth and stir. I turn the heat down to low and I'm going to taste the sauce. Spectacular. It doesn't need anything else. I'm going to cover it and let it cook for 20 minutes. After 10 minutes, remove the lid and stir a little bit. See how it starts to stick to the bottom a little bit? It smells so good and tastes good already. Delicious gravy and ground beef. What could be better? It's getting thick. It's cooking well. I'm going to cover and let it cook for another 10 minutes on low heat. The beef has been cooking for 20 minutes and I'm going to stir this deliciousness and I'm going to turn off the heat. Cover and remove it from the heat. Now I'm going to make a white sauce. I'm going to turn on the heat to medium and add 5 tablespoons of salted butter. The butter is melted. Now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and whisk it. Let the flour brown a little bit. I'm going to let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's a little golden brown. The flour has toasted a bit, so now I'm going to add the milk and whisk it at the same time. Mix it well with the wire whisk When it comes to a gentle simmer, it's going to start thickening. This sauce has thickened. I'm going to add a little salt to it. You may add salt to your liking. I like to add half a teaspoon of salt. Stir it. This is the right consistency. Not too thick, not runny, just right. And now that the sauce is thick enough for me, I'm going to turn off the heat and remove it from the heat. I'm going to use 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese and 8 ounces of sharp cheddar jack. I spread some salted butter at room temperature around the sides and the bottom of the pan. Now it's time to start assembling the casserole. I'm going to add the potatoes to the bottom. These potatoes are so tasty. Some are going to overlap, and I'm going to save some for the top. These potatoes are so flavorful, but I'm still going to season them a little bit with a little ground black pepper, a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, and here comes a little cayenne because I want a little kick to it, not much, which is obviously optional. Not everyone likes or can eat cayenne pepper. Now I'm going to add this amazing beef and gravy, just a little bit, let's say half. Spread it. Add half of the cheddar jack cheese to it, half of the mozzarella cheese, the rest of the beef mixture. This beef mixture is so good, everyone. I tasted it. This on top of rice or with noodles would be amazing. Spread it again, flatten it, add the white sauce, leave a little bit in the pan, add a little more cheese, sparingly, the rest of the potatoes, the rest of the sauce, and the rest of the cheese. And the casserole is going into a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, uncovered. I'm going to bake it for about 45 minutes until it's bubbly and a little brown on top. And this is what it looks like after 50 minutes in the oven. And I'm going to let it set for 45 minutes to an hour. I let it rest for 1 hour. All that gravy and cheese, white sauce, delicious. I can't wait to dig in. I hope you try my recipe, and if you do, let me know how you like it. Thank you for watching. Yum!